Expanding brackets. When we expand the brackets, what we have to realize is between the number or letter outside the brackets is a time sign. It's hidden away there. So when I expand a bracket, I multiply everything in the bracket by whatever is hanging around outside the bracket. So if I have a look at this first question, I go 3 times 2x. Well, 3 times 2 is 6x, plus 3 times 5, which is 15. You might want to pause the video and see if you can do part B. To do part B, I'm going 7 times p, which is 7p, and I'm going 7 times 4. 4 sevens are 28, so plus 28. And you can use your calculators if you're unsure. Now, some strange things happen when we have a negative sign, and we need to remember all of our negative sign rules. So, 8 times 7 is 56, but it has a negative sign, so that is negative 56. Now I'm going to deal with the sign. I know if I multiply a negative with a positive, I know my answer is going to be negative, so I'm going to deal with that first. And then I'm going to go 8 times 2, which is 16, y. So the mistake's going to happen if you don't recognize that this negative and this positive becomes a negative. So I'm highlighting where that mistake may happen. To do the next one, it's exactly the same, except we have no numbers now, we just have letters. A times A, we've been working on this, we know that is A squared. And A times B is AB. And I'm just putting the plus sign down because I don't have any sign changes because I don't have a negative outside my brackets. So part E is the same, 4x times 2x. Well, 4 times 2 is 8, and x times x, you know, is x squared. Minus 4x times y is just 4x, y. And that's just the basics of expanding brackets. Now we get to build upon that because now we get to expand the brackets and we get to collect the like terms. So let's have a look at how we go about doing this. The first thing is we're going to expand the brackets. So I'm going to go 3 times 2b, which is 6b, and 3 times 5, which is 15. And this plus 3b I'm just going to put on the end. So now I'm going to collect my like terms. I've got 6b and plus 3b, so that is 6 plus 3 is 9b. And 15 doesn't have any friends we can add to him, so he just gets written on the end as plus 15. So now I'm going to do exactly the same for the next one. This 12xy is just sitting here by himself, so I'm going to write him down. The plus sign belongs to the 7, so I'm just really multiplying by a positive 7. And I'm going to deal with this bracket. 7 times 2, well, that's positive 7 times 2. 2 sevens are 14, so I'm going to write down plus 14x. I'm going to do a positive times a negative, so I know a negative is going to win. 7x times y is 7xy. Now I'm going to look through and look for my like terms. Here they are, remembering the sign in front is important. So 12xy minus 7xy, you can do that on your calculators, or you should know it's 4xy. And 14x, he has no friends. I should put some equal signs in. So let's have a look at this next one. I've got 2 sets of brackets that I have to expand. So if I look at my first set of brackets, I'm going 4 times x, which is 4x, and then 4 times 7, which is 28. The plus sign belongs to the 2, So it becomes 2, positive 2 times x is positive 2x. I know a plus and a minus will give me a minus. 2 times 4 is 8. So 4x, collecting my like terms, 4x and 2x is 6x. And then I have 28 take away 8, which is 10. 10 is a positive number, so I'm putting plus 10. Now, the very last one, we're going to put a star next to this, and we might have another closer look at this at another time. I'm just going to write it out. This says 5p minus, I'm putting a 1 here because there is a 1 living there. I just don't normally put it in. Now, the negative belongs to the 1. So I'm putting my 5p down because he's not part of the expanding of the brackets. The negative 1 gets multiplied by the p, so I get negative 1p, and we know we just write that without the 1 in front of it as negative p. When we expand, we have a look at the signs now. I have a negative sign and a positive sign, so I'm going to put a negative down. And I'm going to go 1 times 2, which is 2. Now I'm going to collect my like terms. I have 5p, take away p, which is 4p. And I'm going to write down negative 2 because he has no friends. And that is how we expand the brackets. We'll talk about this at another time, but have a go at doing the homework, and I'll see how you go when I see you next in class. Thanks for watching.